A while back, I made a video on a very affordable recording monitor called the Shimbol Memory I. And even though I don't cover much filmmaking gear on this channel, a lot of you seem to like it. I especially thought it was perfect for recording my EVF during photo shoots and camera and lens reviews. So it really wasn't much of a surprise when Shimble reached out and asked if I would like to try their new wireless video transmitter, the TP Mini. Now, personally, I did not think that it was something that I would get a whole lot of use out of, but knowing that so many of you asked about the monitor, I told them that my viewers might appreciate knowing about it, so they sent one out. Let me just start off by saying that I use this thing way more than I ever thought I would. I'm even using it right now on this monitor beside me. One of the best uses that I found is when I'm doing unboxings. I like to set up my slider, and it was always inconvenient to have either to follow the monitor back and forth or have a long HDMI cable running across. Then it's getting hung up or you risk tripping over it. With the TP Mini, I just put the transmitter on top of the camera and then the receiver on this monitor, and now I can easily glance down to make sure my framing is right or that I'm in focus. One of the biggest things that this has going for it is the price of $89. A quick search will show you that there's not a whole lot of options for wireless transmission at this price point, and it's easy to find several others that are in the hundreds of dollars. Now, there are a few things they had to do to keep the cost down, but performance does not seem to be one of them. The latency is 70 milliseconds and has a range of 600 feet, and we'll test this in a bit. Antenna are built in, so there's nothing hanging off other than the cable, and thanks to the aluminum body to dissipate the heat, there's no fan for quiet operation. Build quality is about what you'd expect from budget gear. It's not necessarily bad, but it is light and it just feels, well, budget. Which I guess is a good thing when you're building out your rig. You start adding monitors and batteries and it can get heavy quick. They did do a great job with the finish. Being that I am a bannerman for the House Targaryen, I'm a fan of the dragon paint scheme. I've come to realize that people either love it or hate it. There's really no in between. Both the transmitter and receiver are powered by MPF batteries. I've been using the 550s and have gotten several hours of shooting. There's also a 5-volt USB-C on both if you would rather use a battery bank or a V-mount. The transmitter has two full-size HDMIs, one in and one out for pass-through to another monitor or recorder. The receiver has two full-size HDMI out. There is one 12-inch HDMI cable included. It would have been nice to have gotten two, but I get they were trying to keep the cost down. I shoot Canon anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to use it. On the bottom, there's a 1/4-20 for mounting. I've been using these little cheap cold shoe adapters, but a friction arm works too. And on the other side is a LED battery indicator light, a pairing button, and an on-off toggle. So before we wrap this up, let's take it out and see what kind of range we can get. Alright, so we came out to the local soccer field to do a range test on the Shimble TP Mini, but they're actually performing a soccer game right now, so I guess we're just going to use this big parking lot instead. It'll work for now. But the range on this is 600 feet line of sight with a 70 millisecond latency. So we're gonna see, for one, how far it can go before it drops out, and let's just see if the latency changes. I've been really happy with the Shimbol products. I got the Memory I monitor here with the TP Mini hooked up to it, and I mean, it's always worked pretty reliably, so I don't see why this wouldn't work any different. But here we're gonna cut. We got the R6 Mark II and then just a simple top handle, and then we're going to cut this on here. We are using the Sony batteries. It will work on USB-C as well. You can see there's a USB-C 5-volt there, and we're just going to start walking and see how far it goes. We got the lovely Miss Lauren over there standing guard for all the gear, and make sure you hit the like button for her standing by while we walk this long way. Also, we're doing a steps challenge, and I think this is going to put me over the top. So here we go. I don't have any way of filming the or figuring out the distance. I guess I could use Google Maps, but just so you know, we'll turn back. That's how far we are right now. We're just gonna walk it out until it freezes. Hey, will you zoom in with that lens? Punch it into 70. So we are filming with a 24-70 and she just punched in with a 70, so I'm still a pretty good bit away, but you know what? I'm gonna ditch this CPL filter. Oh, that's a lot better. All right, so, and this is with the camera to my back, so it's actually cutting through my body right now, which usually that's, I know with microphones, that's usually a problem. Let me record this too for when it drops out. All right, how far are we? I don't know how far away we are, but I would say a pretty good bit. It's starting to get a little bit glitchy. I just saw it glitch. Here, let me turn. Well, it's still working. Let me cut across. Yeah, it's starting to, the latency's starting to get a little bit glitchy. This is how far away we are. I don't know how far that is, but yeah, I think we've hit our limit. Yep, see, it just cut out. So I'll count the spaces on the way back. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 9 spaces from the end. So what's my conclusion on the TP Mini? I think that they are a great way to get wireless video for an affordable price. Do I think that they'll make it on the set of a Hollywood blockbuster? No, not at all. Are they perfect for a beginner filmmaker or content creator? For sure. I feel like this is exactly who they're targeting with this product. It's not so far out of reach that anyone can afford it, and honestly, it doesn't even have to be about video production. The other day, I was literally using it to cast my laptop screen to my living room TV. It's made to transmit video, and that's exactly what it does, and it does it well. Thanks again to Shimble for sending out this for us to check out. And also, I do want to give them a little love for supporting us smaller creators. I've noticed that most of the channels that are covering this product have been the smaller guys, and sometimes all we need is a chance. And it's nice to see somebody notice. That's going to do it for this one. Be sure to give it a like if you found it helpful, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll also leave a link down in the description below if you want to pick one up for yourself. As always, take care of yourselves. You know you deserve it. I'm Donnie B, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.